big fight weekend this weekend. We got AJ versus Usyk, the rematch. Uh, on the zone, I think it's 2:30 American time. Solid card. I think it's got Caleb Smith versus some French dude at light heavyweight. He can box a little bit. I think he's a southpaw. Caleb Smith, since he's moved up, he's actually looked pretty solid. Um, Former super middleweight champ. Felipe Harkovich versus Z Zhang. I think that's how you say his name. He's like a 39-year-old, but he's got like a high knockout ratio. He's like 24-0 with like 20 knockouts, something like that. Harkovich, I think he's 14-0 with like 12 knockouts, so shouldn't go the distance. So that's good heavyweight slugfest, and then you got um, oh Jesus, Badu Jack versus I want to say Richard Rivera, who I think's a light heavyweight, but Badu Jack moved up to cruiserweight, and I think he's already fought at cruiserweight, so I think it's a cruiserweight fight. I ain't knocking Rivera. It's a money grab. Get your opportunity. Maybe you could be the former champion. So it's a decent fight card. But with the main event, with AJ Usyk, AJ has all the tools to be the champion, to beat Usyk. But I just don't think he got it in here, man. I don't know. I get he has to be a certain way. That's how he gets his, the endorsements and stuff like that. But I think it's hurting him inside the ring. He just don't have that, I don't know, aggression to him. Like, now he's making excuses. He didn't try to hurt, Usyk in the first fight. I mean, if you a boxer and you not trying to hurt your opponent at least some degree, you in the wrong sport, my guy. Like, it's just not gonna fly, bro. The first fight was solid. He had his moments and spots, but he kept trying to outbox Usyk. He wanted to show he could outbox him. Why? Beats me. Usyk is a crafty fighter. He's good on the mid range, solid in the outside range. He's got good footwork. He's quick. He hits hard enough at heavyweight. Otherwise, people would just walk right through him, right? He's got a lot of championship level experience. Usyk's a good fighter, man. AJ had a lot of success the first fight when he was going to Usyk's body, and definitely when he was pushing Usyk back. And that's going to be the key for him in the rematch, is that he has to, kind of be like how he was before, I think, the Klitschko fight. Some people say it's the Ruiz fight, but really I think it's the Klitschko fight, because that was the first fight he really got, like, hurt, and he got dropped in that fight too for the first time. So I think ever since then he hasn't fought with that same kind of aggression or edge to him. He's still a good fighter. Yeah, he's a little, some people say chinny. But I mean, it's the heavyweight division. I don't really believe in heavyweight chins anyway, personally. Talk about 220 plus grown men. I mean, that's, whatever. But it's a good fight. Usyk, I think, I don't think he really gained too much weight in the rematch. I think he's going to try to come out a little faster and set a high pace, and basically just push Joshua to the brink, or either he quits or just, gets stopped because he can't keep up with the pace. So I think you're going to see a lot more volume from Usyk, kind of like more how he was when he was at cruiserweight. So I think you're going to see a lot more volume in the rematch from Usyk. From AJ, his best bet is come downhill behind the jab. Solid high guard. Use some feints, and keep Usyk on the ropes. Use the jab, keep him on the ropes, and just attack him with body shots. Not every punch has to be a power punch. Just touch him, touch him, body shot, touch him, headshot, touch him, body shot. You know, jab upstairs, jab the body. Just, mix up your attack. I see why he went with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is a good trainer. He's pretty good at like not trying to change fighters' identity or anything. He kind of just sharpens your fundamentals and just trying to just gives the best version of you. So I like that about Robert Garcia. He doesn't really try to change who or what you are. He just kind of like buttons up on what you already do well. So I think I like that about Robert Garcia. But he can't change AJ's mentality. That's up to AJ. If AJ brings the Mike mentality, he could definitely beat Usyk or even stop him. I think he's the underdog in this fight, like 5-1, 6-1. So it's not like a big underdog. The last time he fought in Saudi, he kind of ran a little bit, but he did what he had to beat Ruiz. That's not going to work with Usyk. We'll see. I'm rooting for AJ. I hope he wins the fight. So we can get him versus Tyson Fury. It doesn't seem like Tyson Fury's really in a rush to fight Usyk, but obviously he would fight AJ. I mean, it just financially just makes too much sense. Some people are saying AJ should retire if he loses this fight. The dude is getting well over $60 million per fight, so as long as he keeps getting those kind of paychecks, I wouldn't even think about retirement. That's just, who's going to throw $50 million away? That's just stupid. So now, if those checks come down to 20 to 10 or something like that, because he's been making like well over 30 the last 4 or 5 years, then yeah, maybe you could think about retirement. But they keep giving him 50, 60, 70 million dollars per fight. Why would you even consider retirement? And it's not like he's gotten that beat up. He had a tough fight with Klitschko. The first fight with Ruiz fight was pretty tough. The Usyk fight, it looked tough mentally, but he didn't take like a physical ass whooping. So he's only 32 years old. So you know how boxing fans are. Just quick to say someone should retire. But Usyk, AJ, DAZN this Saturday, 2:30 U.S. time. Man, I'm probably gonna say. I mean, if AJ does well enough on the cards, he might be able to get kind of a controversial decision. I think Usyk's gonna win anyway. I could see a stoppage. I'll put it like this: if it goes to the distance again and it's a little more competitive, they'll probably give it to AJ. If the fight's not close at all, then they'll probably, they probably can't rob him at that point. As far as Usyk, I mean. But my head is telling me Usyk. I'm gonna say 11th round stoppage. It could go the distance. I can even see AJ stopping Usyk if he does what he needs to. He got the physical tools to beat Usyk. Keep him on the ropes behind the jab, fire combinations to the body. Don't get overexcited like you did with Ruiz in the first fight, and he'll be okay. But to me, it's more about his mentality than anything else. He got the physical tools. It's just, does he have the mentality to get the job done? But we'll see. My head is telling me Usyk. I'm going to say within the 11th round somewhere. Hoping AJ wins, though, but we'll see. I'm going to say Usyk in 11. Caleb Smith, I think he's going to probably stop the French dude. Probably 8th, 9th round. Harkovic, Ziyang, that's, you got two punchers in there. I'm going to say Harkovic in 7. Whoever's on the front foot more is definitely winning that fight. And then Badu Jack, I think he's just too much experience for Rivera, so I think he's going to get a decision in that one. Let me know what you guys think. You guys going to tune in to DAZN. Drop comments, like, subscribe, hate, whatever. Keep it easy.